Okay, welcome to the first video of my YouTube series all about being a creative professional, UX designer, product designer, strategist, business of design, anything along those lines. That's what I'm going to be sharing about. And this is my first video, and the reason why it's my first video, and the first thing I'd like to talk about a little bit, is imposter syndrome. So I've been working as a UX strategist, UX designer for several years now, and this is my first YouTube video. And the reason why is because I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like there was nothing for me to share. I was in learning mode. I'm always in learning mode. In future videos, I'll definitely be talking about that. And basically, I was in this situation where I'm kind of learning and figuring things out. I'm not ready to kind of share with anybody. So that's changing for me. And I think that should just change for everybody that's working in the creative profession, or really anyone in general. And the reason why I say that is because we gotta get over this imposter syndrome, basically. So what I'm getting at here is you have something to share. You have experiences that literally no one else in the world has, and that's something that I've had to figure out for myself. So I'm doing a lot of workshops, I'm doing a lot of client work to the point where I feel like I can share. But in reality, I've been able to share something all the time because my experience is unique to yours or the next person. So if you're a junior designer or a junior creative, even if you're still in school, you have a story to share, and I think a lot of people will be interested in what you have to say. That's what I'm hoping here, to accomplish, obviously, as I start sharing with the world myself. So, a couple things to think about when kind of maybe trying to break imposter syndrome. The first thing is, again, kind of like what I said, is like, your experience matters, your story matters. The second thing is that don't be afraid to be vulnerable and be afraid to fail. This is my first video. There's going to be some there's going to be some figuring out on the fly. I didn't write a script. This is not going to be my best video. Hopefully my idea in all the work that I do is that my next iteration is going to be better than the last one. So this is basically the MVP, or minimum viable product, of my YouTube channel, right? So my point is that I'm going to learn from this. I'm going to see what feedback that I get. This is my first video. I'm probably not going to get a lot of views, and it's all about kind of getting content out and iterating on it. So that's kind of what I'm getting at. So don't be afraid to fail, and just ship and learn. I think if you're doing that, then you don't have to worry about being an imposter, because I think imposter syndrome comes from a place of trying to look and feel, at a high level all the time. And I think that's something that happens a lot, especially in the social media world and content world, like YouTube, like Instagram, where we have to put on this persona of we've got it all figured out. And I know I do it. I'm trying to, maybe subconsciously trying to project I'm starting to figure things out a little bit. When in reality, yes, I am learning and growing, but there's still so much for me to figure out. I'm making mistakes and I'm failing every day. And I think it's okay to just kind of be present with that. Just say, hey, this is my journey. So I think you can share content, and this is clearly what I'm going to be trying to do with this channel. I think you can share content, about your journey, about your process, and even what's not working, some of the mistakes you make. So that's my plan. So on that note, I just want to give a background of where I'm at and what I'm doing as a creative professional. My official title is Head of Strategy at a company called Toy. It's a digital agency. We focus on digital products, digital branding, website design, a lot of just creating experiences, strategies for that digital environment. Right, so In reality, like I said, there's a title I have that is head of strategy, but in reality, I wear a lot of different hats. That's kind of what that title basically means, because it is, to be honest, a little bit ambiguous, like strategy of what, right? And really it's sales, it's marketing, it's definitely UX design, definitely a little bit of branding and business positioning, not just for our company, but for the clients that we work with. So, and I do still get to, you know, every once in a while, open up Sketch or Photoshop or Illustrator or XD for the XD fans out there, or Figma, whatever your tool is. I still get to open up the design tools every once in a while and get some design work done. So like the literal production work, so to speak. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So, and I say, you know, I want to kind of give like a status update, because things you know, might change. I'm not saying like I'm going to start a new job tomorrow or something like that, but I just want to show like there's gonna be highs and lows in my journey. You know, so, you know, Toy's doing really well. We have a lot of really good leads coming in. We had a really strong year 2018, released some strong digital experiences, some apps that were behind the scenes, some websites that were front facing. So it was really fun. I think we're going to do some really great things in 2019. So I'm hoping to share that journey with y'all, you know, coming up. So like I said, I'm already catching my own. I'm like, oh man, I'm already messing up, but that's okay, because I'm going to figure it out as I go. I'll eventually have a script. I'll eventually, you know, maybe have some sticky notes or boards behind the camera, so to speak, you know, that tells me what I should be saying, when I should be saying it, you know. But like I said, this is MVP of this YouTube channel. And so some of the things I want to cover before I wrap up. So if you're interested in like product design and UX design specifically, I'm going to be doing a lot of conversation on that. The strategy portion, especially, one of my primary roles at Toy is workshop facilitation, strategy facilitation. So I'll be doing a lot of material on that, but definitely just kind of, you know, some of the things I've learned in the UX world, the product design world, that I think could be helpful for other people, because I really do, and I know a lot of channels and a lot of Instagram feeds talk about this, but I legitimately want to provide as much value as possible. I want people to learn from my mistakes, my failures, but also my successes and everything in between. So, but again, my primary kind of focuses for this channel will be UX design, digital products, digital branding. What does that even mean? Design systems kind of floats in that world a little bit, and just kind of all, you know, subject material around those ideas, and even also, you know, how business and technological advancements kind of interlope or integrate with, you know, the UX and product world, because I think that's a big part of design and strategy in the creative world, is kind of having an eye on what's going on in business, what's going on in the tech world. So there will probably be some conversations around that as well. So this is my first video. Thank you so much for watching. I probably said this is my first video 4 or 5 times now, but I really appreciate the watch. Please subscribe. That kind of motivates me to get more content out there. You can find me on Instagram, Zach R, as in Richard Hill, and that could probably lead you to where, you know, a bunch of some other content that I have out there, Medium, website. And obviously you can find Toy at toy.io. That is our website. You can kind of see what we're up to through our website. And thanks for watching. Stay tuned.